What's up, my precious little pack, and welcome back to VEGA Conflict. So, the alien decimation is drawing to an end. The tokens and everything we got are expiring because we can't use them because we're currently either building something and don't want to cancel it, or refitting something and don't want to cancel it to refit something. But, so far I've just been focusing on gathering one thing from the decimation. I only want the armor. This time around I'm getting like one thing per decimation now. Mainly because I'm focusing on getting the higher level stuff now, so this time I want the armor. But I'm gonna get that unlocked. And something I didn't even realize in the Planet Strike, they had the binary thruster in here. Now this is one that is very good for frigates, because it doesn't reduce their ability to move forwards or sideways and strafe just that little bit better. It removes ability to turn, which they already turn extremely quickly, so it's not going to bother that much. But I figured the final bit of the event would be, that I would do, would be more or less me hitting a few, I guess hitting a few 70s to finish off the event. 3 of them should be all I need. But I'm also going to do the closing thoughts and stuff here. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps. The views are just as important. And if you guys want to share this, go ahead. But I'm just going to show you how I've been doing the level 70 Ancient Reapers for only about 4.5 hours repair time for 2 of them. It's like 7 hours and 40-something minutes for 3. And if you hit a 4th one, well, you'll lose your carrier doing it this way, but I'm just doing it straight to the point and going right after the ones that do the most damage. And this is for the armor. And as always, let's get started with the base review. Could it have been better? Well, you guys leave your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to list mine right here. It could always be better. It's a decimation, alien decimation, but it's more or less our decimation because they're destroying our stuff for a garbage payout still for the difficulty if you have to use lower ships than what should be going against them. So say you're using Demon Core against the aliens, especially against the Ancient Reapers. That just hurts, but I don't know what kicks I want you guys to do exactly because they're to advance, because I haven't seen Punisher cruisers, battleships, or anything in the Sector Strike or anything like that in a while now. And that was one of the prizes that you all needed along with weapons. So it seems that there is a point in the game where you have to stop and focus on building up only one tier just to progress to the next tier, which isn't right. But that's about the only problem I have with that. The points payout is still rubbish. I have no words for it. It's just rubbish. Simple as that. Build time's still always a problem, and they don't get better by advancing. And someone said that they would rather have high build times on high level ships. I wouldn't, because I'd rather continue playing the game instead of taking 4 months to build a single fleet. Or half a year in the case of some people. And that's just because I'd rather play the game than sit out on the sideline watching build times tick down. Which is another reason why VEGA will slowly be featured less and less on the channel. I'll feature other games more and more. But I've also seen quite a few things change in the game. That 5 or 6 days worth of login rewards were a pleasant sight, to say the least, compared to half the other stuff we go through in the game. But also, there's a nice bug that I'm just gonna point out here real quick to everybody, because I noticed other people were experiencing the same problem. It's a general bug that isn't being fixed, or it hasn't been dealt with yet. But let's open up the private messages. See the problem there, guys? Who's who? Unless you know them by the player number, you don't know who anybody is. You literally have to open up the player info just to check. And if that's not a bug, that was a poorly designed thought on their part. Because who wants to actually have to open up the player info just to see who they're talking with? But that aside, I haven't found any other bugs other than the actual bugs that are in the game, which I'm still not going to point out because a lot of them can be exploited to do certain things in game that you shouldn't be allowed to do. I've also noticed that there's been a very, very large influx in said bugs, not being exploited, but just in generally being created as of recently, so I don't know if it's intentional or unintentional on Kickstar's part, but it seems that they're lacking a bit in the playtesting department. But that's going to be about it, and there will be a second video of VEGA later today to cover the Planet Strike for the last little bit that's here. I'm just going to pick up everything the way I normally do. But for now, that'll probably be it. And for the hit or miss of the Alien Decimation, as always, it was a miss. Because I just hate the things in general now. Even if the change would be super beneficial, I'm still going to hate them. Because it's just a bad taste in your mouth. You can't fix that, ever. One bad experience and it's just downhill from there. But what are all of your thoughts on the Alien Decimation and the general state of the game as is? What improvements could be made? What changes should be made? What should be fixed? What shouldn't be fixed? What should be changed? I know a lot of you are going to say build times or repair times or both. And the introduction of time tokens was more or less an insult to the player base that was unnecessary, to say the least. But that's going to be it, everybody. I hope you have something better to say about the game than I do. Or at least think better of it than I do. But that truly is going to be it, and I'll see you all later in the next video.